Hello, this video is going to go over how to reference in your coursework. First of all, we're going to look at the basics of referencing. So we're going to start with what is a reference or what is referencing. A reference in the context of your coursework is where you acknowledge that the information you are using has come from a different place or another source. And by that we basically mean any books, articles or websites you have used to find out information about the topic you are studying. In terms of why you need to reference, it's you acknowledging that somebody else has completed research that you are using in your own work. If you do not reference, you are committing what is called plagiarism. And plagiarism means you have copied somebody else's work without acknowledging that the information is from that different person. And the best way to think of this is to imagine that you are a historian and that you've dedicated your life to research and learning new facts about an area of history. How would you feel if 17 and 18-year-olds were writing essays using all of the information you'd taken time to find out and not acknowledging it and kind of claiming it's their own information? In short, you'd be pretty annoyed. So that is why we reference, to make sure that the people who've spent time finding the facts get the recognition for that. In terms of what you need to reference then, essentially any facts you have got from a different place. You don't need to footnote your own analysis, so when you interpret the evidence and explain how it relates to the coursework question, but any facts that you have got from a website, book or article, you need to be acknowledging that you have done that. If in doubt, at this point we recommend that you reference anything you're unsure about. If you're unsure as to whether it does or does not require a reference, our rule of thumb at this point is to reference it. There is no such thing as over-referencing, but there is such thing as under-referencing. Now I'm going to go over how to reference. So when you're sat with Microsoft Word open, how do you insert a footnote and what do you need to write down? First rule of thumb, we work off OneDrive. When you are completing your coursework, you need to make sure that you are not doing your coursework on the browser version of Microsoft Word. You need to click on the desktop app button to make sure that your coursework opens in the Microsoft Word app. If you've got any issues with this, please contact your teacher. If you are not consistently using the desktop app, footnotes can be deleted from your work and you would have to do all of your footnotes again. So in terms of how to reference then, in quite a big font so you can see I have written down a sentence, and that sentence is not something that I have researched myself, it's a piece of information I have got from another book. So the first thing I'm going to do is click the reference button at the top of Microsoft Word. I'm then going to click Insert Footnote, and then at this point Microsoft Word will take you to the bottom of the page where the footnote is ready to enter, and then I'm going to write down the following information. I'm going to write down the authors. So this book has two authors, so I've written both of their names down. It needs to go surname, the initial of the first name, with the full stops and commas as you can see on this slide. The book needs to be written down and underlined. You need the date it was published, and then finally you need the page number you have used to get that information. It needs to be in that exact order with those exact features in terms of underlining, the commas and the full stops. So if you're unsure about referencing, make sure you've got this bit of the video paused as you do your first reference. The next bit and final bit is how to reference a website. Exact same process, so below the first sentence I have now done a sentence from the internet that I have found. We're going to take the exact same approach. We're going to hit reference, hit insert footnote, and then again a new footnote is going to appear. And what we're going to write in that footnote is the website link, which you can copy and paste straight off the internet, and we're going to put the access date, which is where we acknowledge the day we went on the website, so that if the website has a revamp, we have covered ourselves for the information we have used. That is referencing in a nutshell. Any issues, please email your teacher. Thank you.
Huge thank you to Fran for that video. Referencing is really important, will really help you with your coursework, but it is a great skill for when you go away to university. I've had lots of students come back to me, and Fran's had the same, who've come back and gone, I was the only student who knew how to properly footnote in my seminar group. My lecturer was really impressed with me. So really good skill. Please remember to like the video, to comment, and make sure you have subscribed if you haven't done so already. Lots and lots of really good stuff on here for coursework and for everything else. And again, a huge thank you to Fran. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.